As you've seen across the nation, it's been a real challenge, shortages across the board in healthcare. We're trying to attract some of the new nurses coming out of school and make them choose us before looking at someone else.
The pandemic may be over, but our healthcare system is still struggling to find enough staff, and one local hospital is going to extreme measures to recruit nurses.
NBC7's Jeanette Casana spent the day at Palomar Health, where newly hired nurses are getting big bonuses.
Right now, this hall is full of life, but it's a very sharp contrast during the pandemic. This hall was filled with equipment, staff, and a lot of uncertainty.
I wanted to help people feel better.
Rosalind Embry joined Palomar Health as a registered nurse 3 years ago. Her second year on the job, she was on the front lines of a global pandemic.
I remember super busy.
Embry says she still remembers the physical and emotional stress it took on her and many other healthcare workers. And she's not the only one. Mel Russell, who oversees more than 1,800 nurses at Palomar Health, says he remembers seeing the burnout among many of his employees.
All healthcare providers were taxed out to the max.
Russell says some nurses decided to retire early while others changed career paths altogether, leaving a huge gap to fill. CEO of Palomar Health, Diane Hansen, says during the pandemic, Palomar Health hired 250 traveling nurses to combat the shortage. Ever since, Palomar Health has been trying to get their number of nurses back to pre-pandemic levels.
We're trying to attract some of the new nurses coming out of school and make them choose us before looking at someone else.
To help those efforts, they've launched a $100,000 nurse retention and recruitment program. Russell says the $100,000 incentive will be paid over 3 years.
We've been trying to accommodate what they need or what they want from a nursing work-life balance.
Hansen says filling those positions will help create employee engagement, stability, and consistency, which will ultimately benefit you, the patient. Embry agrees.
I think it's very rewarding, especially when you have been taking care of patients for numerous days and stuff, and you see them get well and they thank you.
Mel Russell tells me he'd like to see anywhere from 200 to 300 registered nurses join this program. In Palomar Health, Jeanette Quesada, NBC7.
And Palomar is also hoping to convert some traveling nurses into permanent positions.